what you've just heard is the beginning of the Well Tempered Clavier. It's 48 preludes and fugues divided in 2 books. And this is the very first prelude of the very first book. And actually, this was my first piece that I played from the Well Tempered Clavier ever. I was 8, 9 years old maybe. And I remember I went to Luis and I said, I would like to play this. And you know, he was a very open-minded teacher, and so he told me, yeah, go ahead and bring it to my lesson next time. He taught me how to play it, and we had lessons about it. It so happened that I had listened to it from maybe since I was born, really, because my mom used to breastfeed me listening to this. But when I moved to Madrid, like I said in the previous video, my teacher, Susana, told me to start doing the Inventions and Symphonies. And when I was 13 or 14, she told me, yeah, you can start playing again the Well Tempered Clavier, after I had already fully developed a sense of harmony and of counterpoint. And she stated that it was very important that each voice was separated in the preludes and fugues, because Bach's language consists of voices overlapping each other, and so as to form the whole harmony. And every theme has its every voice has their own theme. For example, if we take a look at the first fugue, it goes on. And then the second voice comes. Then the third voice. And then finally the last voice would in this case for this fugue it's a 4-part voice. It's a 4-part fugue, so the fourth one would be. Would develop on, and all of them would overlap each other. And Susana, she was always reminding me that every single voice should be heard. And so I went on to do several preludes and fugues of this first book, and also from the second book. They were written with 20 years of difference, the first book and the second book. And in the edition of the first book, it said that these were exercises for young students who wanted to learn how to play the keyboard. So this would be the kind of thing that young musicians at the time would play to learn the art of counterpoint and the art of harmony and melody. And that and the Well Tempered Clavier has always had this kind of pedagogical labor to it. Nowadays, of course, it has become a great piece, and all of the great pianists have done recordings of the whole Well Tempered Clavier. But we must remember that Mozart learned how to play the keyboard with the Well Tempered Clavier. Chopin and Beethoven was absolutely obsessed with the Well Tempered Clavier. He would constantly be mentioning that the influence of the Well Tempered Clavier on his work was amazing. And it also inspired every single composer of preludes from the years to follow, from Rachmaninoff to Chopin. They would all write 24 preludes in all the 24 different keys, just as Bach did for the Well Tempered Clavier. Shostakovich also did his own set. So Bach has had an enormous influence with the Well Tempered Clavier on later music, and for me personally, it's always been very close to my heart. I think I heard the very best version of them all by Glenn Gould, who for me is my favorite pianist. He's kind of my hero. When I was a little boy, I wanted almost to be like him. And there's actually I recently discovered two or three videos of when I was maybe around 8, 9 years old, in which in my pajamas, I would sit on the piano and I would start imitating. For me, the Well Tempered Clavier has always been very close to my heart, and I still keep on playing fugues and preludes from the Well Tempered Clavier. In my first year at college, I actually did the one in B flat minor, number 22, a very, very complex one. It's one of the two fugues that has 5 voices, which is pretty intense because 5 voices at the same time, so it means three in one hand and 2 on the other, and you have to be your brain has to be constantly looking for when the theme is coming in and when the sub theme is happening. So I never stop enjoying learning with the Well Tempered Clavier, and I think that's the whole magic of the Well Tempered Clavier. If you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel and also maybe sharing it with your friends. Thank you.